Yeah, so the first field is always a little bit soft, or the first two fields. So I actually just kept him in contact and let him find his own way through, and then the rest of it's all so free flowing, and the ground's so perfect. He loves top of the ground, so I just really let him rock and roll around that bit. And in all honesty, I could have gone a little bit faster if I really need to. I wouldn't say I was flat to the boards, but yeah, Dubs was eating his strides. He was loving being out. Now he knows so much about what he's doing. He doesn't have to come out too often. So this was really a good fitness and prep run, hopefully, for badminton.
Everybody here, in terms of the GB team, the Olympic team, the world's top 7 riders, how does it feel for you being in that sort of, obviously in your company?
Yeah, like obviously for us, it's kind of week in, week out, we're up against each other, so we probably don't see it quite as much as the spectators do, but there's a great crowd here, which creates a really good atmosphere. First, as I said, the first big one, it's quite a buzzy arena for the show jumping, and the crowd's out on the cross country. It really gives that first international feel, get them back in the swing of things, and hopefully move on to the bigger competitions later on in the year.
Fantastic few days, had a brilliant result in the Grantham Cup, was second by just 0.1, so really close, finished on my dressage score with Jalapeno, and then Chilly Night was 5th, so I was absolutely thrilled with those 2 horses because they're off to badminton, so I've had a great run. And then young up and coming horse, just 10 years old, just stepping up to 4-star, was second in the other section, which honestly I'm so thrilled with him. It's a bit of a shame. Flash Cooley actually had a pin coming out the second water, and which cost us a win. But I was sort of grateful for it because it might have just saved us a fall. So these things are there for a reason. And although it's really disappointing to have 11 penalties added, I was actually very grateful not to have a fall. So.